What's up? What's up? It's your man Rico. I can't stay too long. I gotta keep moving. Got a girl who's waiting for me. I found me an angel. What y'all know about that King George? What's up? It's your man Rico the Opinionist. That song been in my head like the last couple of days. I heard it somewhere, and I was on my Facebook feed. I heard the song. It's been played at a wedding reception that I saw on one of my Facebook friends. Is also my fellow Gremlinite on his Facebook page. Shout out to Winfred Gerard Moore. Congratulations on your recent wedding. And I saw the video, well, he posted a video where he was dancing with his mother, who will be 80 years old. They were dancing to that King George. Can't wait, stay too long. It was so cool. I loved it. And tell your mom I say hello, man. I ain't seen your mom since Grambling. And congratulations on that. And also, besides this, I saw another wedding posted on social media. It was rap legend, you gotta give him that status, Ja Rule. Ja Rule walked his daughter down the aisle. I don't know if it happened this past weekend or something recent. We'll just say recently. Ja Rule, rapper, hip-hop icon. Ja Rule. Baby, you know, what would you do? He walked his daughter down the aisle. And then I saw another video where they're doing the father-daughter dance. So precious. I loved it. I said, look at Ja Rule. Getting his cheering out there. Daughter getting married. These rappers, man, who were, a lot of us, in our youth in the 90s. Some of us in the 80s. Man, these rappers, man, they're big grown, with big grown children and doing their thing. And Ja Rule's been married to his wife for like, a lot of years. Because I think all their kids are grown. Because we saw a picture of Ja Rule and his son. I don't know if he was graduating from high school or graduating from college, but it looked like Ja Rule just sneezed and that boy appeared. I said, it's crazy. Genetics is something, isn't it? So shout out to Ja Rule and his family clan. And I love that picture. It's good to see rappers doing cool stuff like that. Actually got a wife of a lot of years. Like LL Cool J. He's had his wife for about 30 years. Ice Cube, and him and his wife and his family. That's pretty cool. A lot of these little jive-ass rappers, they got a bunch of baby mamas. But Ja Rule, Ice Cube, LL Cool J. There's probably others that probably not in the limelight like these three are. Or have been. They they probably have children with their long-time wives. Don't y'all bring up Snoop Dogg. We ain't doing that. Cause anyway, we all know what the fuck that was. What's been going on with that nonsense. But anyway, these are two very precious wedding videos that I saw over the past weekend. Of course, I have to take a deep breath when I dive into this one. Y'all know the title of this video. Travis Hunter, NFL top pick 25. Travis Hunter, like a mentee to NFL legend and Hall of Famer Deion Sanders. He from Florida to Jackson State to Jacksonville Jaguars. Contract worth about $46 to $50 million. Shout out to that brother. He earned it. He recently got married over the weekend. He gifted his the title of this is Travis Hunter marries the THOT, the 304, the love of his life. And I say those with a lot of confidence because The world tried to tell that brother, but I don't want to go there because everybody's really reamed him and reamed him and reamed him after this wedding took place. He hadn't even walked on the field yet, already spending his, I guess, upfront money of $30 million in this little tramp. I mean, this new wife of his. And so the thing is, I just want to officially tell everybody, leave that little dude alone. Y'all see what's up. Nothing you can tell him. He's all in. See, I want y'all to just, even though brothers and women, brothers, we tried to come to him and tell him, but you have to look at what brings people to these type of places where they ignore all the red flags because it's something they want to do for whatever reason. And I like to kind of compare this with Travis Hunter did. It's like, you have a daughter, men, when y'all have daughters and your daughter's your prized possession. And you hope and pray that she picks really well. But y'all know, since the beginning of women and beginning of daughters, they've always gone out the opposite of what parents want. Sons do the same thing, but daughters, man, it's like it really hurts dads when they do that. It's like she goes straight for the danger. You say, sweetheart, don't go there. No, he's no good for you. And the first thing the daughters will say, y'all don't know him. He real smart. As they getting out on bond. As they got a damn near some RICO charges. He real smart. He this. And your daughter, a lot of you spent a lot of money on your daughters, to go to good colleges, to make sure she had everything she wanted or needed in high school, make sure she had a great prom, and she still picked the nothing. Still picked somebody who was toxic to bring her down. Well, y'all have to, and y'all were able to get over that at some point. I'm sure those of you who've been extremely disappointed by your daughters, when they do the opposite of what you have for them. You have daughters, you're like, wow, she's smart. She's on an honor roll and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, she's pregnant in 10th grade. God damn. Pregnant at prom. Lord have mercy. Go off to college the first semester. She come home in December pregnant. All that kind of stuff. So Travis Hunter, I know we all feel like that. We're like, damn. This young brother's worked his butt off to get all of this just to flush it down the toilet so quickly. They got married in my home state of Tennessee, where I understand they have very loose prenuptial agreement laws, meaning I don't think, according to the internet, they didn't have a prenup, but he'll probably come out and explain all of that. I say, hey, leave the little dude alone. Y'all stop attacking him. Let him go. Let him go. Let him enjoy the lust or the thought of his life. Don't continue to attack him. Just let him go, because she already pregnant. And one thing I can say about that, I can't knock her hustle. I don't knock any woman's hustle on their money hustle. I don't knock their hustle, because guys should know better by now. It's 2025. Y'all still falling for a pretty face like that? Man. No, she understood. She knew who she had. She knew that he was all in. She know that she was probably the best, what he thought was an attractive woman that he could ever pull. But also, and we all know that's not true. Because all I see is just a mixed Mexican and white tattoo. Granted, she good for the runaround. She good for the knockdown, drag out, but see, you got these little dudes, man, little simps. They don't know any better. Be falling in love with how she look, but don't matter. Because see, when you fall in love with how a woman looks, it means you look over her bad behavior. You look over the red flags, and guys do it all the time, just like ladies do it. But it's so unfortunate that this young man surrounded himself with a bunch of jackals. Starting with her brother. Her brother's in on it too. Because if y'all watched the video, she was like, I don't like him. And she about 4 years older than him. She just Hey man, she picked up a good one. She knew it, and he was all, and he just continued to run with it. And so now, now she has gotten what she wants. She got the baby on the way. Got the probably a marriage with no prenup, and he's worth millions. So, hey. But yeah, when guys think chicks are pretty and all that, they ignore all that other stuff. They think she's fine. But one thing, young man, Travis Hunter, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because once you start really getting into the whole NFL season and all that, you ain't seen no baddies yet. And because you down there in Florida. And son, you gonna have some second thoughts. You're like, wow, these some baddies. They ain't got tattoos. They don't have, they're very prim and proper and just glistening. They're gonna be glistening. See, when you have $50 million, only the top-notch females are in your direction. When you're famous, you're known as a top-notch athlete or entertainer of some kind, only the top-notch. And the only thing I regret for him is he didn't give himself a chance to really be a young man with $50 million. That's all. And I guess a lot of these young dudes be doing that kind of silliness. Young men should be getting married before the age of 30 anyway. Go ahead, little buddy, what's up? They shouldn't be getting married that quickly anyway. They need about good 30, 35, because they haven't really just lived. But, he was so infatuated because she was mixed. I don't know any other reason. Yes, I do. Y'all know I work in mental health. 25 years in county. He comes from broken home. Obliterated home. Dad had all these kids everywhere, in jail. Mama had to take him and his brother to a better environment in Georgia, where I guess we went to school and all of that. And, just had to do a whole lot of different stuff. But, he had some things going on. He felt like he got a prize, and that's okay. It's good for her. All that works in her favor. And again, as I was saying earlier, I don't knock no chick's hustle. If she can get that money out your pocket, she can get it. Get it. These dudes so gullible just because of how the chick looks. You open your pockets, your bank account, your life, without doing deeper introspection, deeper investigation into these people. And hey, he's just one of those simple young dudes. And he's in bliss right now. And so y'all leave that guy alone. Let him go on. Because whatever y'all think is going to happen, it probably will happen. Because she has the character of an alley cat. And based on her facial features and her facial expressions, the way she just can't hardly contain herself. I'm not gonna make any predictions on how long the marriage is gonna last. I'm saying just let the brother enjoy it. And with him, even if something like that would have happened, I just hope that it won't be so tragic to him that he'll want to hurt himself. Because y'all know when people just be all engulfed and in love with people, and it don't work out, he'll have to deal with the humiliation and embarrassment. And then, for men, that's kind of stuff is hard for us to get over because it's ego and it's pride. It was ego and it was pride that made him continue with the nonsense even after the world showed him evidence that this broad ain't worth the crap. But, hey, when people don't feel great about themselves, well, that kind of stuff happens. You get in these what the hell? Anyways, y'all need to keep riding past me. Now he on a different goddamn vehicle. First he was on a scooter, now he on a little bike. Now, I just looked at him. I think he's special needs. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But anyway, so it's crazy. But yeah. So Travis Hunter, man, enjoy. And Travis Hunter's I'm not gonna say it's better half, because he could have done a whole lot better if he had given himself a chance to live and grow and get used to being rich. You know, first thing he did was spend a lump sum on the wedding. I know he paid for it. And then, man, a $500,000 Mercedes. I know a lot of young sisters out there probably like, damn, I wish I could have went on and talked to that little jughead, you know, not so attractive face dude. But nowadays you have to do what the white girls do. You have to order other ones. You have to catch them when they don't feel that great about themselves. And that's what she did. Caught him when he doesn't feel that great about himself. That mama just keep riding past. What's wrong with this little waterhead little bastard? But anyway, so, Lord have mercy. That's all I can look, y'all. I'm really trying to take it easy because I feel badly for him. But again, y'all don't bother him. Leave him alone. Let him have his bliss. Hopefully it won't turn out the way so many people are predicting. I'm not gonna predict it. I'm just saying, little buddies, just enjoy while you can, man. And you won't get any more videos from me, I guess, in the immediate future. You know, bad mouthing him or body slamming him for this poor decision. I'm not, because there's so much else is going on, especially in our own personal lives. So let him do his thing. But remember now, when you get rich now, you make sure you pick the right person for you. When you get $50 million, make sure you don't choose no gold digger or chick who don't hardly like you. Make sure you don't. And as I was saying earlier, their brother, shout out to her brother, they convinced her, hey, you don't know who this dude is? He the #1 player in Florida. You don't know his future? And so, because she already said, I ain't like him. He wasn't my type. I left him in the DMs for like 2 months. I ain't answered him. They call him redlined or something like that's what they call it. Don't answer you. So the brother convinced her, because the brother trying to tell her, hey, it's this dude with his eye ticket. He's a lame-o. Get him. He's a nerd. Get him. And so she finally, convinced. Then she talked about how he used to drive her to the club and let her party and wait out in the car until she left the club. How she done partied and got felt on and got drunk and grinded up on, probably did some bathroom action, man. No telling what it was. Again, he knew, he knows. It's just like when a woman is with a cheating ass man and all the world sees him cheating and just totally disrespecting her in the streets. Y'all think that kind of behavior is only reserved for women in relationships? That happens to men too. Yeah. I guess society somewhat normalized women taking disrespect and being cheated on and just kind of handled mercilessly, let me get it together, in relationships. And there's a lot of guys, they turn a blind eye and a deaf ear to disrespect in a relationship because of something that's going on with them. I always taught my clients over the years and tell my friends, we're attracted to each other based on something I don't have, or it's something that you have that I want. So it's something that young brother does not have or never had, and it's something that she has that he wants. Only he can tell you what it is, but we know definitely what it is that he has that little tramp wants. I mean, when I say this is something emotional. There's a void there that when we meet each other, to date or whatever, and we connect with people, it's something emotional. There's a void there. There's a spot we need somebody to fill in, or a void we need somebody to fill. And it's strange. That's why a lot of y'all couldn't keep your daughters off these little nothing ass dudes. And that's why a lot of y'all can keep y'all sons from these little ratchet ass and chicks that they turn into baby mamas. Some of them meet them as ratchet baby mamas. But mama, you can't keep your son away from that little something, that little heifer, can you? Y'all, it's just what it is. And we've all gone through it. I've done it. And shit, it sucks. It's happened to me. So but me, and I'm sure like so many others, I took a step back like, damn, why in the hell do I keep picking, or why am I always attracted to broken women? Or ice cubes with legs. No emotion, no feeling, no barely any PDF. Why? Why am I attracted to women that like to kind of like, boss me around or try to tell me what to do, or, as they say, I guess colloquially speaking, try to handle me? Why do I? So I had to, as we continue to talk about Travis and men like him and women on the female side, women who are attracted to toxic people, we have to go back and look. Now, y'all get ready. I just put my clinical hat on. See, I know what I came up in. And believe it or not, what I've always told my clients over the past 25 years of doing counseling groups and individual counseling, substance abuse, or mental health, I've always said, this is my motto. It's always been, it is our households that present us to the world. Whatever teaching, whatever modeling, whatever messages that were in existence while as a little child growing up in that household by all those grown people, your mother, father, aunts, uncles, grandparents, or whatever, whoever came through there. Hopefully the messages were positive, they were self-esteem building, they were person building, or they could have been dramatic and traumatic and, oh God. I came up in a little boat with a whole lot of drama and domestic violence and trauma. Oh, God. And so I remember this. Because we all have our simp phases. And I know, based on how I grew up seeing domestic violence, seeing my uncle who's the pimp and my other uncle who claimed he wasn't pimping, beat women's ass all in the living room, and I'm in the first, second, and third grade. I'm seeing women get, hearing my aunt by marriage getting punched in the face or and slamming to the floor in the living room. Now we're in the back room, or my aunts men fighting my aunts and all that kind of nonsense. Just a whole lot of drama. So that plays a part. And I remember as a kid, I said, I'm not going to treat women like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to act like that with women. But then I had to learn that, when I found myself, not really empowered, but I started, I was attracted to, women who were not emotionally together, kind of pushy, bossy, and not all. No, they use the whole phrase, this emotional intelligence wasn't there back then. Even in high school, it's just weird, and it also created extreme shyness and high levels of insecurity. That's what domestic violence does when you're a kid growing up, a male or female. And so you mess around and you start linking up with people who you think are safe, and they turn out they just as nuts. And so I think Travis Hunter's, for her, she feels some kind of void. Because you grow up poor and stuff, that stuff affects you, man. It sucks. But it wasn't until, and even when I got into the whole dating thing, trying to be somebody's boyfriend or young lady's boyfriend, I sucked at it. It was emotionally unavailable. I'm just giving you some of the accusations that were hurled my way. Emotionally unavailable. One even told me that I was emotionally abusive. I like, God damn. And I remember I said, well, Rico, let's be fair. Were you emotionally abusive? I know I used to always tell at least a couple of them back in the day. Hell, not so far back in the day, but you can't tell me what to do. I used to fight back. You can't tell me what to do. And I let them know, you can't tell me what the fuck you trying to tell me. I used to, it's a struggle. I don't know how I attracted those kinds. And so I stopped it. I said, I'm not doing this right. So I took time off. I like that whole dating shit is like, I'm not good at it. It sucks. being somebody's boyfriend, man, I suck at that. So I took time off, but not too many people do that. You know, you're not good at something. You know, you keep practicing until you get it right, but in a relationship or dating people, you want to practice, especially if you keep fucking up. You don't want to do that because all you do is leave emotionally dead bodies behind. And needless to say, over the years, you know, I'm in my 50s now. I'm talking about when I had this epiphany in my late 30s and my 40s. I've gone back and apologized and all of that because I've gotten myself together. I found out what caused me to behave that way. And so it's so many who don't do this introspection. They continue to ruin lives. They continue to go out here and get all in folks' face, knowing damn well you don't need to be. As men and women, because we're human. Our childhood, our experiences as kids growing up shapes our reality when we're grown. As we're growing up, even as teenagers and young adults and middle-aged adults, it shapes us if it's never addressed. Luckily, I went to counseling a little bit and got some of this stuff addressed. Shit. And then I realized that, hell, being single and a confirmed bachelor, man, that shit is peaceful. I appreciate it. That doesn't mean not being in the company of women. It means like, shit, I can go out and be in the company of women, a woman, and chill and absorb her femininity if she's nice and sweet, and then take my ass home and lay down or go and come as I please. Shout out to those who got married. Shout out to those who live with people. Shout out to you. I even leave the parenting and all that up to the professionals. That ain't what I do. Fuck that. When I want a hug, I know how to go out and get one, oh glory. Then I take my ass home. And if she comes and stay overnight, you got to be gone before it's time to make the bacon in the morning. Turkey bacon, that is. Lord have mercy. But other than that, I don't participating in toxicity when it comes to relationships and people. I don't do that. I don't go and look for it. I don't accept it, and nor do I give it out. So that's the work I did, and there's probably some more work I need to do. But that was my contribution to the whole relationship thing. But Travis Hunter, he'll just have to do his thing. And everybody will have to walk their own path when it comes to this relationship thing. If you just block people out and say, hey, I know subconsciously this woman ain't crap, or I know subconsciously this dude ain't nothing, but I love him. But that's my girl. I want to be with her. Fine. Leave those people alone. And what makes it even tougher is when there's physical violence involved. Because, you see the black eyes on Lil Mama, but she won't shake him. She can't. And I'm sure the domestic violence experts, and I even taught those classes, batters intervention, talking to the men. So, and I enjoyed teaching those classes, too, when I was teaching them. I enjoyed it a lot. But, there is ego and there's pride and the fear of hearing "I told you so" that keeps people in these toxic and or violent relationships. And abuse. Abuse is not just physical, it's psychological, it's emotional. And Travis Hunter, he's going to have to endure that emotional abuse. And right now he's young and he has a whole lot of storage to pack up all of the stuff that she has to dish out. He's gonna keep it, and then her having his baby, then all of a sudden the responsible manhood lodge gonna kick in. Well, I got a baby by her. I got to stay with her. You know how women say, "I stayed for the kids." Yeah, he kicked my ass for 19 years, Tina Turner and Ike Turner, but I stayed for the kids. All that. So anyway, y'all, let's still hug the young brother and don't beat him up anymore. It is what it is, young Travis, and anybody else. So if we know we ain't worth the damn, y'all stop getting in men's faces. If we know we ain't worth the damn, fellas, stop getting in ladies' faces. No, see, there are a bunch of 304s who are still going through their toxicity. They'll be perfect for you. But if you run across a young lady who's she tell you, look, I'm not out here in these streets. I'm trying to look for one person and be nice and all that. Fellas, if you're with it, cool. If you're not, move on. There's a whole lot of loose cooch out here for you to get. instead of messing with the ladies who are serious. Ladies, you know he a good dude. You know, he doesn't have any baby mothers. He doesn't have a criminal record. He works as an IT guy or a professor, or he has a noble job. He doesn't sing, he doesn't rap, and none of that. He has a noble job that keeps a lot of men dignified and outside the criminal justice system. If you know that you still wild and you want to be out there and you with all this new bullshit about trying to be outside, leave that dude alone. Even if he tries to hunt you down, tell him, look, man, I'm not good for you. I know you think my booty big. I know you like my pretty face, but all I'm going to do is ruin you. Tell him, because a lot of dudes are hard-headed, because they get fixated on your face and your booty and everything else. The next thing you know, you can't shake these little dumb bastards. So let's do everybody a favor and be fair, right? Be honest. If you just want her for one night, holler at little mama. Or, your swag can get it. Ladies, if you just want him for one night, tell him. That's how you keep the nonsense down. That's how I keep the nonsense down. I can't say, even in my toxicity, those years, even when I was emotionally just unavailable, I never lied to kick it. I never lied to kick it. Never. There's no use to. I only want the coochie that she always wanted to give me. That's all. Even now, I don't want no coochie I got to try to talk her out of or get her full of drinks to convince her, loosen up to give me some. No. I like organic coochie. Coochie, she think when she see me or I'm talking to her, she think I'm, man, hotter than fish grease. She just think I'm just, I walk on the moon. That's the coochie I've always enjoyed. The coochie she wants to give me. Or as the movie Sinners would say, the coos. That's the coos I've always liked. Because I've never cared for drunk coochie. For you dudes out there like to have sex with drunk bitches. Now, let me say this. Now, if y'all both been out, you both been drinking, hey, it is what it is. It's just a slop fest. But be a single guy and you get some chick that's, hey, what's up? Hey, you got to hold her up and get her to the house and you are a weirdo. You're a weirdo. You dudes that like to get chicks really drunk to have sex with them, you are a weirdo. You're a weirdo. You're a sicko. You're this far from being what's called a necrophiliac. Dudes that like to have sex with dead bodies. Yeah. Because see, that kind of sick, that kind of drunk, how are you? Okay. Oh my God. And and that's when you get off. Now it's about to take me over to you dudes that like to slip roofies in chicks' drinks. You are a criminal and a sociopath. Sicko. Who does that? The weirdos. The weirdos do that. You can't talk her organically out of her panties. You're lame. Sweet talk, charmer. Because women know they're going to give you some. Now, she has to get drunk to want to give you something. That says a lot about you. And also, young ladies, don't y'all do that dumb shit. You don't like him, but you say, well, let me loosen up. Maybe then it. No. Nah. I know I went out on a tangent, but everything tends to connect. I'm just saying, I try to give out a little public service announcement about behavior every once in a while. And I always thought they was uncool. You getting her liquored up. I know you don't force the drinks down her throat and all that. But if you really got game, catch little mama when she's sober. And if she likes you when sober and let you hit that thing when she's sober, hey, you it. But she got to get drunk. You got to catch her damn near falling off the stool. You ain't shit. You just a lame-o. And if y'all got friends that like that and you watch these dudes do that, you a lame with a lame-ass friend. But anyway, I ain't going to go all day with this. Y'all get the point. Travis Hunter, hey, man, I guess congratulations. Be safe. Be careful, young brother. Well, shit, it's too late for all that. But just, I don't know. Everybody else, thank y'all so much for listening to me on this live. Please like, share, and subscribe. I have 862 subscribers. I need 1,200. I need about 500 more of you to go ahead on over to my YouTube channel, dadgummit, because we are going to create the Rico the Opinionist podcast, and we're going to talk to each other, damn it, I swear. Y'all be cool. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.